Are you holding yourself back around other people? Do you dampen or mute yourself? Do you restrict or inhibit yourself in any way? And if so, keep watching because we're going to help remove that so you can be more of you. Let more of you out. And the more that you do that, the more powerful you become, the more confident you become, the more attractive and desirable you become in all areas of life. Hey, welcome to another episode of The Art of Extraordinary Confidence. I'm your host, Dr. Aziz. This is a show for you if you want a 10x confidence, if you want to create extraordinary levels of confidence in every area of life that matters, that's important. Because at the end of the day, we all know that confidence is the key to get the success that we want, the results that we want, the relationships that we want, the income, the finances, the love that we want, all starts with and comes from confidence to be able to pursue it. And in fact, today is all about how to magnify and amplify your confidence by being more of you. Today is about be more you. Because, man, I've been doing this for 14 years now, and I'm still noticing places where I could be more me. Places where I'm holding back, where I'm hiding, where I'm not being fully expressive, where I'm just, it's not, totally fake, totally not me, totally hidden, but just there's a knob, right? And the knob's just turned down just a little bit. And we do this because we're like, if the knob is on full, then people aren't going to like me. Bad stuff's going to happen. I'm going to fail. I'm going to lose love. And what I'm going to suggest is that it's the opposite. And that the more you turn the knob up, the more you get love, the more you get success, the better you feel, the more confident you feel. And so, what do I mean by turning the knob down? Well, it could be as simple as you want to say something and you don't. And you'll feel it in your throat. If you do this long enough, and I work with people that have a many months or year history of squelching stuff, and we'll start looking at, there's a fear they have or a challenge they have, and I do a lot of work with people in their body to help, because sometimes mind is a powerful tool. We use it to change beliefs and identity and that sort of thing. But sometimes emotions and fear, you got to work with the body. And so we'll start looking around where they feel stuff, and it could be right there in their throat. And that's a sign that, you're not speaking up, you're not sharing. It's just years of just squeezing stuff. So maybe you're not saying something. Maybe you're not expressing, maybe there's something you want to say to a loved one, to a partner, to a girlfriend, to a boyfriend, to a husband, to a wife, to a boss, to a colleague, to the world at large. And you're holding it back. I wonder what that could be. Maybe it's a lot of things. Maybe it's a daily habit of not saying really what you think. Maybe you don't blurt out the answer when you know it. Maybe you don't challenge someone when you have a different perspective. Maybe you don't stand behind what you said because you don't want to look too forceful or too opinionated. Maybe you don't reveal something true about yourself because you want to look good or not have them dislike you. Maybe you say yes when you'd rather say no. Right? I mean, these are just some examples. Look at your own life. Where are you holding back? It could not only just be in the content of what you're saying, it could be in how you're saying it. Maybe your volume is lower than you want it to be. Maybe you speak slower than you want to speak. Maybe you're excited and you want to share more, but you're like, oh, that's going to look bad. Now I got to have a measured, composed tone. Maybe you want to look at someone, but you don't, because you don't want to offend them, or you don't want them to think you're intimidating them or attracted to them. You don't want to reveal much. Maybe you want to go pursue someone and talk to them. Maybe you want to tell someone that you love them. Maybe you want to put yourself out there in an even bigger way. I don't know what that is for you. For me, it's this, right? Videos, books, writing, speaking, sharing, inviting people to come work with me for a weekend. Right? It's putting myself out there in a bigger way. For me, it's challenging people when I'm working with them. Interrupting someone who is telling me a really detailed story that's not going to serve them and saying, hold on a second, I got to stop you here. Let's cut down to the core. Let's cut down to the essence of it. And then feeling a flush of fear, like, oh shit, I'm offending them, I'm hurting them, they're going to be upset with me. But fuck it, I got to do it. Because here's the thing. If you are being more you, you are going to feel more powerful and confident afterwards. You might feel scared as you do it, but afterwards your power is going to grow. If you're not being you, your power is going to diminish. Your confidence is going to diminish. But if you are being you, and if you want to know if you're doing it right, not only just how you're going to feel better, but also some people are going to be upset with you. Some people are not going to like you. Some people are going to send you an email and say, what the hell was that? Or give you a call, or walk away from you, or storm out of the room. Or say, why are you so hard-headed sometimes? They're going to get upset with you. That's going to happen if you're being more you. Now, if it's happening all the time and every day, then maybe there's something about you being more you that's got an edge to it. Maybe you got a chip on your shoulder. Maybe you're like, damn it, the world has stomped on me long enough. I'm going to be me, and I'm going to tell it like it is. Listen, asshole, here's what's wrong with you, and here's what's wrong with you. So maybe you got like this chip on your shoulder. That's okay. You'll work through it. You'll go out of the aggressive phase and more into the assertive phase. That's fine. It's better than being passive and nice your whole life. But generally, not everyone's, in fact, more people are going to be drawn to you. You're going to find the more you're being you, instead of a lot of people saying, he's okay. She's all right. Who? Oh, yeah. I think I met him. Yeah, that guy. Instead of a lot of that, you're going to have people that are like, oh, yeah, I know him. He's awesome. Yes. You have a lot of people like that, and you're going to have some people that say, oh, that guy, asshole, jerk, terrible person. Can't believe he said that, right? That is you being more you. So you know you're on the right track if people occasionally get upset with you. No one ever gets upset with you in your life, everywhere, anywhere. You got to look long and hard at where you're holding back. And upset's temporary. They might just be upset for a second. You might be able to repair that relationship. If it's important to you, you probably could easily repair that relationship. So don't be so worried about people upset. Focus on being you. So how can you be more you starting right now? Like when you turn off this video, how could you be more you today? What would that look like? And maybe you have an answer right now. Maybe you're like, oh my God, I could say this, I could do that, I could do this. And maybe you don't even know yet, and that's okay. Just live the question. That's what a meditation teacher of mine said, which I loved. Live the question. You don't have to have an answer right now. Just ask yourself throughout the day, if I were being more me, if I were being more expressive, if I were being more open and direct, what would I say right now? How would I show up? What would I do? And just live that question and see what comes out of you throughout the day. You might be surprised. You might be even a little scared. And if you're a little scared, you know you're on the right track, because that's you being more you. It's you being less focused on safety and security and getting everyone to approve of you, and you being more you. And the more you do that, forget that it attracts people, forget that it brings opportunities in your business and your career to your life. Forget all that stuff. You just feel better. You feel more confident because there's only one you. Really, it's a cliched phrase, but there's only one you, right? So if you align with that, and if you're coming from that place, that expressiveness of your individuality, your essence, that is powerful, that is attractive, that is confident, and that feels fucking good. So you want to do more of that. And you'll know you're on track because it'll just start to feel good. And you'll get more and more power, more and more energy, more and more inspiration to keep doing it, and then doing more of it. And then good things start to happen more and more around you. So, be more you. Write in the comments below how you're going to be more you today, what that would look like for you. Think about it for a bit, and then maybe come back the next day and write a comment about what you did, what you tried. If it goes well, awesome. If you get a negative response, awesome. Because at least you're stepping up, you're stepping out, you're trying something. So share below how it works. And until we speak again, know this: you're awesome.